Yo, what up, everyone? Welcome back. Mike Hill, the Wholesaling Titan here. And today is Teaching Tuesday. So what I want to talk about today is how you can make more money per deal. So let's say you've been doing some deals and maybe getting some smaller spreads. Happens. You make $5,000 per deal. Now, let's say you want to make $15,000. So now you have to make 3 deals. That's 3 times as much marketing, 3 times as much effort, potentially finding 3 times as many buyers, 3 times as many obstacles, things can go wrong, closing costs, blah, blah, blah. I think you get the idea, right? So how can we combat that? And the idea is to just make more money per deal. So instead of making 3 deals for $5,000 a piece, let's just make 1 deal for $15,000. So that's what I want to talk to you about today and give you a very specific technique on how you can do that in your wholesaling business. Now, I will say that this is more of an advanced method. I do not recommend this for beginners if you don't have money starting with. There's kind of a way to do it without money, but it's not as powerful. I'll show you guys that a little bit. But for the most part, I want to talk about this kind of advanced technique. So, as you know, the first step to doing a wholesale deal, we have to have the contract. We have to have it under direct contract so that we have control. Now, I've talked to you about this before. I have a very popular video on YouTube. It's called How I Made 10K in 23 Hours with No Money. You should go check that out. That's kind of the amateur way, and it can work. But what happens is when you are still under contract, ideally within your inspection period, and ideally you've already found a buyer, you want to go back to the seller and ask for a price reduction. Now, in that amateur video where you can do it with no money, you just kind of go to them and say, hey, this shit needs more work than I thought. I kind of need a price reduction, and you give them a number. If you can give them, show some photos, any type of proof, that will help, obviously, right? And again, I go into details, like a 40-minute long video, so I'm not going to talk about it all right here. But the more advanced way to do this, let's call it version 2.0, is to use an authority figure to help you with that discount. So what do I mean? Basically, what you want to do is go to a general contractor, a licensed, it's very important, a licensed general contractor, it can't just be a rehabber, and pay to get an inspection done. Now, this can vary wildly, but in general, you're gonna shell out about $400. Now, your general contractor cannot, they're licensed, and will not, and should not, do anything unethical. So they should not be going into a property that needs, $10,000 worth of work and giving you some crazy ass quote, $80,000 or something like that. But what you want to do is find a general contractor who's very investor friendly. You should be going to your local RIA meetings. You should be in Facebook groups. You should be Instagram groups, whatever it is, and constantly networking. You should call your title company, the head of the RIA group, and ask for recommendations for what I'm about to tell you. And what you want to do is find a general contractor who's very investor friendly and hip to the game. And this is what I mean by that. They will not lie and say that something needs more work than it does. But you can go to them and say, listen, I'm trying to get a price reduction on this property. I need the inspection report to come back basically as expensive as possible. So when you give it to me with assuming all top-notch stuff. So that means if the GC was going to give you a quote for, let's say, windows, they could use regular standard windows, maybe 80, 100 bucks or something like that. Or they could use impact, hurricane, top of the line, name brand windows, which might run $500 a piece, right? So you see how this thing works, Instead of a small little hot water heater, you want the biggest hot water heater. Just all these different things. And if you have a GC who knows that, they'll kind of already know these things. Now, once you get the report, this is something tangible. It's in writing, it's proof, and it's from a licensed contractor. You bring that back to the seller, and instead of saying, hey, man, this needed more work than I thought, you go back to the seller and say, look, I'm serious about this. I clearly just paid $400 for an inspection, so I'm not trying to just cop out on you. But look what the licensed contractor said. Look at it. I'm not saying this. And the bottom line is, if you don't do the deal with me, you'll do it with someone else. If they go get a contractor to look at this thing, then you're going to probably run into this anyway. And then you're just going to delay your own closing. So you might as well kind of give me this price reduction now. And obviously you'll phrase it a little bit differently, but you have the proof, and the proof is not like your friend who's trying to hook you up or yourself saying it in the eyes of the seller, but it's coming from a licensed professional. And here's where you really, really leverage having that professional do that work for you. So, with that said, it's like, damn, well, what if they just say, no, I'm out $400? Well, yes, that's true. But if you do this over time, and that's why it is an advanced strategy, if you can't afford to lose $400, then don't do this right now. But when you can, let's say if you do it 10 times, right? And you probably won't need to do it that many times, to be quite honest. And every time you'll probably get a little something at least, probably at least more than your cost, right? But if every time you do that 10 times, $4,000 you've spent, if it only works one time and the GC comes back with a $50,000 repair estimate and you can get half of that, well, then you spent $4,000 to make, $25,000. So it's absolutely worth it. And I would really encourage you to start looking at your business and your life really in terms of ROI, that return on investment, as opposed to just expenditure. So for me, when it comes to, let's say, clothes, for the most part, I'm going to be pretty cheap, man. Like straight up, I'm not going to buy a t-shirt for more than $20 in most cases. But I've had mentoring experiences. I've paid mentors on multiple occasions. I paid my mentor $2,000 just to spend a night with this guy. It's not my real estate mentor, by the way, but this is just someone that I really admire, is doing a lot of cool things in business. And this was not a session where I got to sit down and get coached or, you know, any type of mentor or anything formal. It was literally like $2,000 just to hang out with this dude for a night, an evening. And I can tell you, it was absolutely worth it. I would do it again and easily. So I think the point here is to always look at the return on the investment and not just what you're spending up front. So again, if you are in the South Florida area, I'm not going to put this person's business out there, but if you need that recommendation in the Tri-County area, Palm Beach, Broward, and Dade, I can give you that. You can hit me up on social media. That would be best. Also, if you're watching this video on YouTube, I want you to know that this content is created for Instagram. As you can see, we're like 5 minutes in. It's a very short video. Most of my YouTube videos are a lot longer. But what I found is that, you know, I got a couple hacks these days. You know, I got a couple things that I would like to share and teach, but they're only 5 minutes, maybe a minute here, a minute there. And so it's not something I'm really going to put on my YouTube channel. So to get these little snippets of content and hacks to take you, to last you till the next Titan video, yo, definitely check me out on IG. I'm going to be doing these several times a week. So my Instagram, Mike Hill TWT. Just hit me up here. You can also send me DMs here. I try to answer as many of your questions here as I possibly can. But definitely check out the Instagram channel for even more content. So, and then again, if you're watching on YouTube, guys, as always, if you could hook it up with the likes and comments and subscribes, that's dope. It does help the channel a great deal. Remember to hit the notification bell when you subscribe so you get notified when I have new videos. And I do have some good stuff coming for you very soon. So that was the lesson for Teaching Tuesday today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.